not happy.
About? What'd I do? What did I do this time?
Yeah, you did something this time. Every top 10 list, you have thrown a new wild card in there.
This one I didn't.
I did my list, and I felt like you just did your list off my list and didn't do your research. Don't lie to the camera. I'll go first since I feel like that your list is similar.
I did some bait and switches. I did.
Did some bait and switches. All right, top 10 best defensive linemen going into 2025. I'll start with mine. Xavier Harris from Ole Miss. I think he's due for a good year, but they lose Walter Nolan. I think that, to me, somebody's got to fill his shoes. He was one of my favorite players to watch last year. Xavier had 31 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 4.5 tackles for loss. I think that he's got somebody that's got to step up, and usually when those situations come, Brandon Siler, Brandon Spikes, the list goes on and on of players having to step up. They usually do. I got him at number 10. Number 9, Albert Regis for Texas A&M. Again, I think A&M. I'm not buying A&M stock. That's why I think their defense is going to have a lot of opportunities. I think that's why Regis is going to, I think he's one of the best defensive tackles coming back in the SEC. So that's why I got him at number 9. Number 8, Cameron Ball from Arkansas. Again, one of the things, he's played 1,200 snaps in 4 years, and he's back for more. Like, this guy is 6'5". He has played more football than anybody in the SEC. You got to have somebody like that in your top 10. Next one was a little bit of debate for me because I feel like that LT Overton is right there with Tim Keenan for Alabama. It could have been either one of these. I'm going to say Overton has the better year this year, but I know Tim Keenan's high on a lot of people to have a good year for Alabama, but watch out for both those guys. Number 6, Mason Thomas from Oklahoma. This guy's a beast. Like, Oklahoma's got 3 or 4 guys that could be on this list. Watch out for Oklahoma's defensive front this year. Michigan-Oklahoma game, I forgot to have that in my top 5 of non-conference games. That's going to be – Michigan's got a brand-new quarterback. Oklahoma's got a good front. That'll be a one to watch chance. 5, Colin Simmons for Texas. Probably should be higher on the list. Texas is loaded on defense. Best linebacker, maybe one of the best defensive linemen. I got him at 5. Dylan Stewart for South Carolina. This guy's a monster. Like, he was one of the best freshmen in the SEC last year. He could be number 1. I got him at 4. Number 3, Christian Miller. It's only right that you have a Georgia player on this list. Georgia's always got a great defensive lineman. I know they've had a lot that are all now playing on the Eagles, I feel like. But he's going to be a guy that's going to step into that role. Keldrick Faulk for Auburn.
Yeah.
This guy is really good. He's probably number 1 on a lot of lists.
He's definitely going to be on mine.
And he's probably going to be number 1 on Chance's list. 6'6", 288 pounds. They're looking at maybe as a top 5 pick, but
I want to say on NCAA he's the top-rated linebacker.
He had defensive lineman.
Yeah, defensive lineman.
He had 45 pressures last year and 9 sacks.
Yeah,
like, he's a monster. He's going to have a DJ Fairley type year for them, for Auburn to really take that next step, which I think you and Auburn fans think they're going to do this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big key to that. Remember how big Fairley was that year? Nick Fairley, I'm sorry. Was for Auburn that year. I don't know why I said DJ Fairley, but number 1, Caleb Banks for Florida. He came back this year to be a top 10 pick. Tyreek Sapp is a really good defensive end, but it's probably be number 11 or 12 on my list. I think he's going to free up a lot for Banks. Look for Banks to have a monster year and to potentially be a top 10, top 15 pick. So I got him at number 1 for Florida. So
it's a good list. That's why I only had to swap him around a good bit. I didn't have any real sleepers to throw in this one either. But I also didn't do enough research this week.
Come on, Chance. Come on.
It's my birthday week.
My birthday week.
So, number 10, I threw in Albert Regis, Texas A&M. I'm on the same boat as you. I don't believe the hype is behind them enough. I think their team is going to have to prove themselves a lot. And defense is one aspect. They'll have to do that, stopping the run. Cameron Ball at number 9, Arkansas. I think their defense is going to be just fine, but I think they're going to get passed on more. So we're not going to have to see him work as much as stopping the run. He will be able to get some sacks, I'm sure, but I don't think he's as quick as some of these guys off the ball.
Okay.
Xavier Harris, Ole Miss. Don't know much about him. I saw him at the bottom of your list. I liked Ole Miss's team. I think their struggle is going to be offense, not defense this year.
I have him because, like I said, I think that the Nolan kid leaving, it's going to be big shoes to fill. And I think he was a good player for them, so that's kind of why I had him on my list.
Gotcha. He'll step up. Number 7, Mason Thomas, Oklahoma. He's the only Oklahoma guy I got on here. they have a great defense. I'm surprised he's the only one we do have on here, but he should be just fine this year. LT Overton, Alabama. I'm actually surprised you had him at 7. I had to put him up at 6 just because he did great.
Yeah,
he's a good baller. So
you went drastic. You went one spot up. I'm sorry about that.
Caleb Banks, Florida, at number 5. I know he is probably one of the premier defensive linemen, but I think they're going to stay away from him.
Okay.
I think because they know how good he is. Most runs are going to go opposite direction.
Yeah.
Most passes roll out the other way. I think they're going to game plan away from him. So
Okay.
he'll be great, but because of how great he is, it's going to diminish his stat.
Okay.
Christian Miller, Georgia. Really just flopped those. Dylan Stewart at 3rd.
Okay, so look back at Dylan Stewart. At the hype on him. Freshman All-American. Okay.
Now he is unreal.
I thought he was. Yeah, I thought he was going to be higher on your list, and he probably should have been higher on mine. But we go back to it as a freshman All-American. He had 10.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks. So that as a freshman, that's pretty.
That's unreal.
But Harold Perkins for LSU, remember he had that big freshman year and didn't have a good sophomore year. He'll look to bounce back, and we talked about that in our episode.
So the only reason I moved Stewart up higher and swapped him with Miller is I happen to have played with both the Georgia and South Carolina on the new NCAA, and every play Stewart is if I send a blitz, he's getting back there untouched or through people. So I don't know if this is just BS ratings and predictions.
He's freshman All-American.
If he's that good, he's probably number 2 on this list, honestly. I just had to move him up a little bit. Number 2, I did put Colin Simmons from Texas. He's unreal. And who was the linebacker they just lost to the draft or graduated?
No, he came back. Remember, I told you.
He's the one who came. Simmons is the one who came back. That's right. Okay. So who's the other Texas linebacker then? This is the lineman.
Yeah, lineman, yeah.
I was thinking
so linebacker, they have the number 1 linebacker too, and he was on our list as well.
That's right, last week. Okay. Colin Simmons, Texas, defensive line. Their defense is going to be one
Anthony
of the top
Hill is the junior line.
That's the
number one on both of our lists.
That's the linebacker that I was talking about. Okay.
So they got him and Simmons. That's going to be nasty.
So no matter what you do, when you try to run the ball, that's what you're meeting is both of them. And then Auburn.
And by the way, Simmons 9 sacks as a freshman, also a freshman All-American. So he actually had a better
than Stewart.
He had an interception too.
I do remember that actually. Was it the one? It wasn't even tipped. It was one he just reached out and grabbed. Keldrick Falk, Auburn, number 1. But we already knew that was going to be my top of the list. He's a beast. And I'm just excited to see
what he can do this year.
Just what our defense can do with him and with, what's his name at linebacker for us? Our Mike linebacker.
One chance.
It's
on your list.
It is.
No, he's not. He's not on your list.
He had to be.
No, he's not. You didn't even have an Auburn player on your linebacker list. And I thought you actually were going to have him on your list. So yes, so as Chance looks for his maybe thinking about somebody else. My fake list to make his Auburn player. Falk's number 1. Let's go to our best 5 non-conference games as Chance searches for a linebacker that Auburn probably doesn't have because it's not even on this top 10 list.
I messed up
this is easy to go back to. I messed up top 10
so bad.
Chance is reaching for a linebacker, and we're going to be reaching for top 5 games. All right, number 5 on the list. I'm going Syracuse with Tennessee.
Okay.
That to me, Syracuse had a really good year last year. I know they're losing their quarterback, Kyle McCord, that transferred in from Ohio State, but he has done a really good job up there, the head coach up there, and so I think that's a big game. Tennessee, everybody's overhyping them still. They're ranked in a lot of people's preseason rankings. They don't have a quarterback.
I know.
So I don't believe the hype. I'm putting them on upset alert over Syracuse this game. Interested to see what the line's going to be on that, by the way.
Didn't Squirrel leave Tennessee?
I'm not sure. I think he did.
He did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yes. So, but again, that to me is a lookout game for Tennessee. I'm going to call it an upset special. And that's the first week of the year, too. The line's Tennessee at -13. I may go, if there's a money line offer, and I'm like, that's way too high.
I'll never
way
forget.
Too high.
I'll always stay away from Syracuse games. Because,
especially there.
Well, I'll never forget Syracuse coming to Auburn back in 2002, maybe. And we were at that game, and it was a great game. It ended up going to the end of the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, but it was too close for comfort. And that was a year we were supposed to be
Really good.
one of the top two teams in the country. I think we were number one preseason ranked, and that was the worst experience because we were expecting to just dominate them. Every game after that, I expect Syracuse to play up to that potential. And they don't. They always blow it for me whenever I pick them.
But at home, they went 10-3 last year.
They did.
And they had a really good quarterback, Carlos Del Rio, that was at Florida at one point, maybe in the quarterback battle up there. So both teams having to find a new quarterback. I think that line's way too high. Way too high.
Speaking of quarterback new places, did you know who North Carolina got?
Who did North Carolina get?
Gio Lopez, the kid from Madison, Alabama, that played at South Alabama.
Yeah, I think I did hear that.
I didn't know that until playing NCAA.
And so, I'm looking at their experience. They don't have anybody with any experience at quarterback and that maybe is where they're going. That game.
What if Tennessee's doing a Rodgers and Steelers thing? They're just waiting until the week before to announce.
I'm trying to figure out where that game's going to be. That'll be interesting to see. It's an athletic kickoff. I think it's at. It's in Atlanta.
Okay.
So it's in a dome. So that's my number 5. Number 4, Alabama FSU. To me, this game is where are we at as a program? FSU
terrible last year.
Sucked. I'm not going to say that. They sucked last year. Milroe's gone for Alabama. This is where. Let's find out where we are. Let's find out. This game is actually going to be in Tallahassee. So they're playing in Doak Campbell Stadium. The line right now is, what would you say the line is right now, Chance?
For Alabama FSU, I would say 17. Alabama.
17.
Based off of last year's stuff.
So no Milroe, no really telling who the quarterback is, and your line is 13 for Alabama, so very close. A lot of high lines for games we think are going to be top 5 games. Third game's Florida-Miami. That is going to be a crazy game because it's in Miami. They know obviously Cam Ward's gone at quarterback. But they stomped Florida at the beginning of last year. Yeah. No Lagway didn't play. He did play a little bit, but this to me is a revenge game for Florida. Miami's kind of controlled that rivalry. They hadn't played much, but that's going to be a big game. It's week 4. All these other games are week 1. This game is week 4. Florida will be coming off playing LSU and then going to play at Miami. So they play at LSU, at Miami. This team, they play more hard games than anybody in the world. Number 2, LSU at Clemson. Week 1, you got 2 of the best quarterbacks in the country. I think, to me, that is going to be one of the best games of the year. To really, the game is actually in Clemson, though. So that to me, is going to be a tougher spot for LSU.
I don't know. Death Valley's Death Valley, right?
Yeah, very true. Death Valley is Death Valley. And then last one is going to be, and the line on that one, Clemson -3. So a close line. I actually probably like Clemson in that game. And then number 1, Texas, Ohio State. I just don't like the kickoffs at 11 o'clock. Why is that game at 11 o'clock? Because Fox.
It's because of
Fox's kickoff in Ohio State. 11 o'clock in the shoe. Man, that game should be the 7 o'clock game. Instead, LSU, Clemson got the late game. But yeah, Texas, Ohio State. Ohio State's a 3-point favorite. Arch Manning's big debut. It's going to be fun to watch that game. I think that's easily the number 1 game. I'm pretty sure you probably have that too.
I don't even have that one on my list.
Oh, come on.
Let's jump into my list.
Shut your mouth, yeah.
My number 5, just because of the specific quarterback situation, which he might not even be the starting quarterback. Walker White?
Yes.
I don't even think he's the starting quarterback for Baylor. But he's at Baylor now. And the Auburn versus Baylor game is going to be an interesting one just for the drama added to it. So that'll be fun.
That's a Friday night game, too.
I didn't even realize that.
Yes.
Okay.
At Baylor.
I'll say that.
I'm pretty sure it's at Baylor. Yes, it's in Waco, Texas on a Friday night. The line, Auburn 2.5.
That's a weird place to have a Friday night college game in Waco, Texas, because Texas Friday football is different.
Yes. So Waco, Texas, Friday night at 7 p.m.
Is that 9.5?
2.5.
2.5. Auburn. Oh, I'm definitely taking Auburn on that. Okay, number 4. Alabama versus FSU. We got the same exact rating for that one. I think it's going to be Alabama's statement game, but I think they have 5 statement games throughout the year, so it really don't matter. Number 3, Florida at Miami, same as you on that one. I really think that's going to be a great game. I don't know if it's going to be the revenge they're seeking, but I think it's going to be a game that shows Beck might not be the level he used to be, or Florida is everything they needed to be with Lagway healthy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good game. Number 2, Michigan versus Oklahoma. You mentioned it. I had to throw it on there too. I think Oklahoma's going to win it. I think they're going to win it decidedly. If that spread is on there, I would probably say it's Oklahoma by 10.
Okay. It's in the big house, I'm pretty sure, though.
Is it? It's at Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not week 1, so it's further down the line, so they're probably hadn't a line come out yet, but yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, so I would say Oklahoma on that one. And then number 1, LSU at Clemson.
Okay.
Like you said, Death Valley's going to be crazy that night, but I just want to see LSU go out there and ball out.
Yeah.
I think LSU is going to be one of the top teams that people are underrating this year.
Not having Texas Ohio State on the list.
I just don't like Ohio State games. I really don't. I when I watch them in the middle of the day, I turn away. I turn on the other SEC game that's on.
This is the best to you, so it's not the best because it's 11 a.m.
It's just those games aren't fun to watch for whatever reason.
I like a good night
I think
game
Texas
too.
is going to whip them.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's going to be it. I know Jeremiah Smith is unreal.
Yeah, but they breaking in a new quarterback, so
I think Texas is going to beat them by let's say 13. I'll say that line is 13.
So usually, I know you're used to some of these games being on that Labor Day weekend on the Sunday-Monday slate. I know Auburn's Friday. The Sunday slate, Virginia Tech at South Carolina, or I think they're in the Dome, or one of the domes.
Probably New Orleans.
Where you get your first look at Sellers playing Virginia Tech. That game is in Atlanta as well, so they'll go back-to-back days in Atlanta. And then Notre Dame-Miami. That game's the night game that night. We'll get the first look at Carson Beck against a good Notre Dame team who finished the season strong. Great running back, probably Jeremiah Love. And then Monday is TCU at North Carolina. Bill Belichick gets his debut by himself at 7 p.m.
And his son gets his debut as the defensive coordinator.
So it's maybe one of the most loaded slates from 11 a.m. to the next Monday of college football. And we are...
I think North Carolina was one of the ones I left off my list that I wanted to do.
But again, they're not SEC, so it was SEC list. So TCU...
And they don't play any SEC teams?
I don't think North Carolina plays any SEC teams, Chance. That was... Maybe they do. I don't think so. Let's check the list. They do not play any SEC teams.
Okay, never mind. Because I know I want to watch a lot of their games this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun team to watch.
What networks are they even on? ACC?
ESPN.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll play TCU, like I said, that opening night on Monday night of Labor Day. So we're excited. We're getting close. Next week, you know what we're doing? Birthday.
Well, mine will be Sunday or something.
Sunday, yeah. So if you got to figure out what we've done: DBs, done linebackers, done D linemen, done coaches,
we've done receivers.
Done receivers.
I guess.
Done running backs, done quarterbacks.
Done quarterbacks. Got linemen.
Big nasties, baby.
Kickers.
No, kickers are good.
Kickers.
Let's go with
Listen, Taco. I'm drafting my kicker.
Just because it's your birthday week, we might do kickers. We'll figure it out next week. Kickers are offensive linemen. Or special teams. How about we just go to special teams?
If we did special teams, you know I'm going Auburn all the way. That's all we know.
Yeah, all right. So, special teams will be next week. That could be a kicker, a punter, or
a returner.
All right, on next week. Excited. We'll be 5 weeks away. Birthday week. Happy birthday,
It's
Chance.
July, man. We're close to football starting back.
Yes, very close. And again, I think the preseason NFL game, the Hall of Fame game's coming up too. So, yeah, we're very close. Dog days are almost over. Tide and Tigers.